Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Soulight Hypnotherapy and Tarot. My name is Kirsten. I have another reading for you guys. It's regarding current affairs. It's about Ghislane Maxwell. She is a woman who is reported to be the former girlfriend of longtime associate of the late financier Jeffrey Epstein. I'm reading a newspaper article to you. And she has been recently charged with, luring underage girls and sexually abusing them, sex trafficking, along with, in association with Jeffrey Epstein. And she is 58 years old, and she is now being held at a jail in Brooklyn, New York. She is wanting bail. And I have decided to do a reading on Ghislane Maxwell. By the way, I've done several readings on Jeffrey Epstein and related videos to his situation, and I'm going to put it in a playlist that will be at the end of this video, so you can check those out and look back on the history of my videos in relation to this subject matter. Before I get started, I'd like to ask you to please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And while you're subscribing, please hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I put up new videos. And I'd like to invite you to join me on Patreon to support this channel, to keep this channel afloat. Some of you may wonder, her readings are pretty good. Why doesn't she have a lot of views? What's going on? That's a good question. You might want to, ask YouTube that. But in the meantime, I need your support, and I'd like to invite you to join me on Patreon, support this channel, get access to all of my political videos, and you can also donate. There's a donate button on the homepage. Thank you for that. Thank you to everyone who has supported and who continues to watch. Thank you. All right, so what happened in Ghislane Maxwell's past? I have several questions that I want to ask, but, as you can see, and as I have checked before I started this video, this is not for kids. I'm using a deck called the Decameron Tarot. I seem to have misplaced my box, but it's a deck that has sexual depictions, so this is not a video for kids, and plus the subject matter is not for kids. Alright, I want to look into the cards to get the following questions answered. What happened in her past to cause her to become who she is now? How did she and Epstein hook up, connect, and what kept them involved in their criminal actions together? Presently, how is Ghislane Maxwell? I hope I'm saying her name right. I guess it doesn't matter. How is she presently feeling? What's going on in her interior environment as well as in her exterior environment? What's coming at her in the next near future? Between now and November, I'm kind of like keeping it within that time frame for the next near future, both legally and in her physical, as far as her physical safety is concerned. Okay, so between now and November, I'm trying to look into the state of her affairs. What's inside of her, what's around her, what's coming at her, right, and what's going to affect her legally and in her physical beingness. And then finally, as an outcome, what will be the most likely outcome that will transpire in regards to her case, legally and physically? What's her outcome? Where's her life headed? And I want to know, will she out Trump or any other high-figure person, high-figure, wealthy, influential person? Is she going to talk? Is she going to cooperate with prosecutors at all? Okay. And she was recently charged with the enticement of minors and sex trafficking of children. And that's why we're doing this video. We're going to get a background check on her, see where she's at presently, and what's coming up in the future in regards to her. This will be a full video. So YouTubers, please share this video with your friends and with your Facebook like-minded friends, and please subscribe to my channel. All right, let's get started. Okay, the first card we have is the the Hangman. This represents her energy. This gives me a background into her sexual psyche. When I use these cards, it helps me to tune into the sexual energy of the individuals. And in this case, since it's such a sex-driven subject matter, we're going to use these cards. It says that this woman is a sexual narcissist. The sex act has to revolve around her. This person loves themselves totally. It's all about her body, her pleasure. Sex should serve some purpose, and this person can swing back and forth between promiscuity and celibacy. That's the energy of this card, the personality of this card, right? And when in a promiscuity phase, this person is, likely to have multiple partners, threesomes, or orgies, or fantasize about such things, because this person doesn't really feel safe in one-on-one relationships. This card tells me that in her childhood she witnessed or was involved with sex too early, and the sex that she witnessed or was involved with was depraved. As you can see in the card, it wasn't your typical natural sex. So this is what patterned her or warped her from childhood on. And this caused her to have some delusions about what sex is and what it means. And what the priority that it should play in your life. She sees sex from a different perspective than most people see it. She sees sex in a different way. This person or personality objectifies people as sexual objects, and as including herself or themselves. And I feel with Jeffrey Epstein, she was able to express her fantasies and her depravities fully without fear of ridicule. This person has weird fetishes and hang-ups, maybe a chronic masturbator. So she has a lot of issues, internal issues. Some people who get this card in terms of their sexual psyche, they may have strong inhibitions and choose celibacy over relationships, but not this one. Ghislane Maxwell let her freak flag fly. And she is someone who's full of kink and fetishes. She likes to add third parties and to explore her sexual pleasures. Says that she loves to watch, as you can see by the next card, the Three of Swords. She loves to watch. What voyeurism? She's into voyeurism. I think she also has a bondage, rape, and powerless fetish or scenario type sexual fantasy that she likes to play out or watch get played out. This personality holds themselves with much poise and gracefulness when amongst, her peers or out in the world, but it's just a facade that covers up what's going on internally. And again, like I said, she's a narcissist. It's all about her pleasure. So that's the personality of Ghislane Maxwell from a sexual perspective. Not sure why this card is here. Hold on. I got a new board, an easel for my board, and hoping it's sturdy enough to maintain while I pick up the cards. So we'll see what happens. All right. So I had wanted to know, how did she and Epstein connect? What exactly connected them and kept them connected in their criminal actions? So says that she may have met him or hooked up with him hooked up with Jeffrey Epstein after she lost someone near and dear to her heart or broke up with someone. It says that there was some heartbreak that she was getting over or challenged to get over. something or someone that she cherished was removed from her life. And I guess she was in a space where, you know, they were able to connect. The Sun card is here. It's weird. I always seem to get this card when I do a Jeffrey Epstein related video. And I guess this is the island, his private island. It could be something else too on a spiritual side. But the Sun card can represent a child's innocence, a child who's unashamed of their sexual nature and any other nature that they have because they don't know any better yet, right? The Sun is also a card of much power, spiritual power, and force. And perhaps this is what this relationship how this relationship connected, how their relationship, or how they were brought together, what they derived from their relationship, power over children, power over that innocence. And I always feel like there's some sort of weird, like, spiritual thing going on here that involves ritual or children. Maybe had something to do with that island. I don't know. I always pick that up when I get this card in relation to him. It says that she and Epstein did have a relationship that was sexual. They were like-minded in their energies, and they derived a lot of happiness and bliss in the things that they did together with these kids, these underage girls and boys. I don't know why no boys have come out, because I always see boys in the picture. I think that they also used their connection. In their connection, they spied on a lot of people. Not just the voyeurism and the pleasure that was derived through the voyeurism, but, you know, like actual, like, recordings and stuff like that. This card tells me that they can expose others involved. They can expose what it is they saw and witnessed. And I do feel like she will expose someone in the future. Okay, because that was one of my questions. Is she going to expose one of these powerful, influential men? I think she's going to expose several. Someone who's a powerful leader or executive, or something that happened on this Lolita Express. We've got the, I'm going to just try to zoom in and rather than pick up the cards. Okay, hopefully you can see the Lolita Express here. And that's clarified by the Journey card. Let's put this right here. I'll pick that up when I need it. So she may expose Clinton, because that Clinton, I don't know, there's a lot of talk about him and things that happened on the Lolita Express, right? She may expose Clinton. And I'm seeing as well as you can see, there's a royal person down here, someone of royalty, or even someone else, because there's someone else here in this card. All right. Let's go over into her internal world. Hold on. There we go. How is she feeling right now? She's got the Tower and the Ten of Pentacles. That's clarified by, I'll tell you when we get there. She's got the Tower and the Ten of Pentacles. So she's feeling pretty destroyed and ruined, that her world has crumbled and toppled over. There is some big intrusive energy penetrating her background history, her homes, her family, her wealth, and her connections. Or about to. And she's afraid of everything ending abruptly like it did for Epstein. The Tower card says that she was riding high sexually at the expense of others for a long time and has caused a lot of damage to many lives. There are consequences now that she must face. This is karma. The Tower is karma. Now she has to pay the price for what she's stolen from others, much more precious than gold. She's stolen potential. She's stolen innocence. And she sold it to the highest bidder. Guys, I'm not only getting that she was involved in sex trafficking, but sex slavery transactions. But right now she's feeling pretty powerless. And I feel she's under close watch. Maybe a 24-hour watch. I feel she's in an isolated place, and she feels like she is headed for certain disaster. She may be teasing some information out to try and get leverage over her situation. And this may be about money. This may be about a lot of money. This may be about bail. But this card here tells me that her reign of abuse at this time is finally over. I think it's finally over for her, because the World card is the next card in her line. Let me zoom out a little bit. The World card is the next card in her line, so it's finally over, her reign of terror on people. The abuse that she has inflicted on others is over. And her whole life is about to change or come to some kind of conclusion very quickly or suddenly. Now that change doesn't have to be death. I don't have the death card right here, right now, but it could be death, you know. If something ends abruptly, the world is here and the world isn't ending, as well as a new beginning. It says her whole life is about to change or come to some sort of conclusion or end very soon or suddenly. We have the Tower, we have the World, we have the Seven of Swords. Oh, and you know, I recorded my shuffling, and then when I went to finish up the reading, I erased everything on my camera. And so when I was shuffling, I mentioned that this card popped out. And this was the executioner in the Jeffrey Epstein video that I did. The executioner that showed himself before he was whacked, right? Is basically she's giving him a whack job, right? Well, he showed up in this reading too. So we've got the, like I said, the Tower, the World, the executioner, I call him, which is really the Page of Wands, and even that we even have a death card. I don't know if you can see it from, it's off frame. But when we get to that point of the reading, I'll pull it up for you. So maybe this Ten of Pentacles is her will, because if I was you, Ghislane, I might be getting my will and all my stuff together. Get all my stuff together. All right? Because you're about to inherit something. You're going to inherit what what Epstein inherited, and you're going to inherit what your daddy inherited. And the word is her daddy committed suicide, but it was actually murder. Well, Epstein was supposedly committed suicide, but I saw in my reading it was murder. By the way, this is for entertainment purposes only, guys. This is just a tarot reading by a middle-aged woman, her musings with a deck of cards, right? Metaphysical science hasn't been proven, although science tends to keep proving metaphysical science every day. Metaphysical science is still not accepted as proof and truth. For right now, from that perspective, from that metaphysical perspective, this is just for entertainment purposes only. So she's about to inherit what her daddy and Epstein inherited. Suicide, murder whack. Says there's a threat she could get whacked. I'm not going to say she will. There's definitely the threat of it. Okay? And it can happen at any time suddenly between now and October, November. And the order is out already. The Chariot card tells me the order has already been sent. The commander ordered it. Whoever the commander is. Wink, wink, nod, nod. I clarified these cards and I got the flattery card reversed, the delay card. All of these cards fell out, and when I shuffle, I start from an upright deck. They all fell out reversed. Flattery reverse tells me that she's telling lies. She's going to be telling lies as she teases information to prosecution to get some kind of leverage. Or to buy time. It's a tactic to buy time. She may be reaching out to friends, family, wealthy support structures, and connections for help. The delay card reverse says that, yeah, she's trying to delay or stall the inevitable destruction headed her way. A lifetime in prison or an abrupt ending. This card says that there are powerful energies that are trying to throw out her case. Get her case thrown out, but those attempts will be blocked. There's opposition to those attempts. She is going to break a promise or an oath sworn, right? She's going to break a promise or an oath sworn. That tells me she's going to break a promise of secrecy, but she's also going to lie and perjure herself. Maybe in a debriefing or a deposition or in some sort of line of questioning. Any type of bail is going to be blocked. There's like people willing to, I guess, there's a lot of money here, but it says any type of bail is going to be blocked. And because of her wealth or wealthy connections, that's why it's going to be blocked, because she's too much of a flight risk. She ain't going nowhere, the cards are saying. Absence reverse says she doesn't want to get hurt. She doesn't want to get hurt. She doesn't want to die. And she may be feeling that the friends, the family, the wealthy connections have abandoned her. There's a lack of help and support in this card. So she's seeking it, she's teasing it, but I don't think she's getting it. Or she's not getting that bail, or both. But her friends and connections don't really want to be ruined by association with her. They don't want their names, their legacies ruined. So I think she feels very isolated and alone, as the absence card has already clarified. And I feel that there is 24-hour security watch over her. The absence card also clarifies what I said about the karma. It says she's going to be getting the same outcome or ending that someone else got. If she doesn't fulfill someone's need or give them the full and whole, complete story and picture, and disclose all of the culprits, the Seven of Swords. Wow. So she's already talking. She talked a lot in those cards, huh? Speaking of culprits, we have in the center of the reading the Seven of Swords and the Three of Cups. This is what's in her exterior environment, right? People or situations. So there's a culprit in the mix. Seven of Swords is a sneaky, shady person, or sneaky, shady, behind the scenes activities. A culprit is in the midst, in the tower, in the prison, where she's being held. And remember in my Epstein video, he got this Page of Swords, Page of Wands, the whacker. Sorry. And when he got this card in that first reading, that was the first time he got attacked. He got beat up or attacked in prison. And that was actually a messenger that was sent to warn him of what he needed to do or what was going to happen if he talked. So I don't think this is the same exact person, right? But it's symbolically, it's saying she's going to get a message coming to her as well. And the message is, I got friends. I got friends everywhere. And they'll pay you a visit sometime soon. And they're going to give you a gift. Right? We got this offering card here. The Seven of Swords represents lewd designs, a clever plan, and a clever plan that has been put into action, that is happening behind the scenes, behind your back. So this tells me that whoever's got these lewd designs is quite confident that they will get away with it. The Seven of Swords gets away with it, and that's pretty chilling. And that's pretty chilling when you think about it. They've put these lewd plans and designs into action, and they feel very confident they will get away with it. It says that they are listening, and they have ears to hear in these walls, in these high walls and high places, in this prison or in the system, in the structures. They know what's going on. They know about her comings and her goings and the changing of the guards. So they have information that allows them in through a back door to carry out their lewd designs and plans and schemes. And they have lewd designs on this woman. He looks like this King of Pentacles guy that keeps showing up over here in the other bottom corner of my reading. I've got two Kings of Pentacles and a King of Wands. So they have lewd designs on this woman, Ghislane Maxwell. And there is a threat that is not only physical but also psychic and psychological in nature upon her. If you don't keep quiet and keep our secrets, if you don't lie and scheme, if you break the promise or the oath, then I am going to introduce you to my little friend. And he'll handle it. It'll be the perfect gift. Dang. So there's a speaking in code here, but it has the threats and code words and shit. I'm getting like code words and shit. I do feel that she will offer up some names because, again, we have that exposure card that was, let's see, up in the beginning of the reading we have the exposure of the sun, and that's next to this gift card and offering, next to the Lolita Express, Clinton, or some other high, big names and leaders. I do feel she will be offering some names. So let's talk about this Chariot card here. Hold on. My board is falling apart. If I could find a way to magnetize the cards without it sticking to the cards. And anyway. Chariot. In a sexual reading, the Chariot represents someone who's a major player, a seducer, a charmer, someone who thinks that they are all that. God's gift to women and men. And I think this is representing a powerful leader or person, a male energy I'm picking up, someone who is a cuckold of kings. What do I mean when I say that? This is someone who sleeps with other men's wives, shares their women, in order to extract somehow their power for themselves. That's the nature of this energy, and that's who it is. It's being offered or exposed, or who's afraid of being exposed. This is a person who goes after what they want. They go after it. Nothing and no one is beyond their reach. There's nothing that they won't do or shouldn't do or can't do in their mind's eye. They feel that all is fair in love and war, and all is fair in the game of love. It doesn't matter. If they want it, they can have it. And that includes kids. This person, I think, will be making a power move towards Ghislane. This is in the time frame between October and November. Although the card here, Tower, says it could happen any time between now and then. Okay? They will be making some sort of power move towards this Ghislane Maxwell situation to try and take control over the situation. And this move will open her up. We have the Queen of Cups. Either because of this move, it will open her up and make her more vulnerable, or it's going to relocate her to protect her from being more vulnerable. Or perhaps both. There's some sort of move, transportation, and because of vulnerability and openness of a woman. It says that this person that I mentioned earlier, that has been ordered or sent, is on their way to this woman, coming to them. And that this energy is carrying out this message or this command so that this energy can derive their satisfaction and pleasure. Now, this may even represent multiple people, not just one person. It may there's many people here in this corner, which I'm going to have to adjust my camera so you can see. It may be a network of people. Okay. Hopefully that's not making too much noise as I adjust it. The movement or the order that is the command to carry out the whack may be due to her exposing some names or threat of exposing some names and talking. This Page of Wands here. That might be something that she's using as leverage to threatening, trying to get bail or get people to help her. And that might be what puts that into motion, this whole scenario here. So I feel she may expose some names, things that were done on the Lolita Express, on Epstein's private plane. Specifically, I think it may be Clinton. It could be Trump, or I'm not going to rule him out, but I don't think so. And a royal person or persons. I see royalty here, a lot of royalty here. And I know the whole Prince Andrew thing, but I'm kind of getting someone else too, if in addition. So I think they move her out of vulnerability due to something that she's giving up. She's giving it up, right? And when I clarified this card, I got the reconciliation card. It just popped out. Reconciliation. So there's some sort of agreement or terms that have been met or made, a pact. And it's on. I feel it's on the down low. I feel it's all been arranged. That's the words I'm getting. It's all been arranged. So, final outcome for this woman. Let's see if I can get some answers for you. All right. So we have the World, clarified by the Traveler, and important revelation. We have the Whack Job, the Page of Wands, and Amuletto. We have the King of Pentacles, clarified by the King of Pentacles again, but reversed. And then these cards are clarified by Infantilism and the Protector. Okay. So with the World card, I feel like Ghislane is for Ghislane, I'm getting the song, "It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine." So I don't know. I'm getting that with the World, you have a lot of experiences. You've learned a lot. You've learned a lot of lessons. You've been through a journey, right? So it says she has a lot of stories to tell and a lot of things that she can expose. If she goes to jail, I think it will be for life. You can't see the tower here again, but if she goes to jail, I think it would be for life, or for the part of life that matters. And she doesn't, like I said, she doesn't want to die. She wants to live. So she has stories to tell. And I think that's why the important revelation came up in clarification of this World card. This is someone who's telling her story. She's going to talk, and she's going to use that as leverage to get some kind of immunity. This says that she will reveal something that is very eye-opening, and she will give up some important information that will buy her time or protection. And I feel she will be giving up some very wealthy businessmen names, leaders, and royalty. There might even be some kind of book or ledger. There might even be some kind of, sorry I was off frame. There might even be some kind of book or ledger involved that helps with this. Let me zoom out, okay. And I feel she's specifically talking about, sex on an airplane, travel, shit, my board is falling apart, travel to foreign places, and I'm getting some kind of a Dutch or Scandinavian energy here. The Viaggio or Traveler clarifications talks about, again, about a move or a relocation and someone coming to visit. So that's playing out again in the cards down here. So maybe this is still that time frame. Something's going to happen, the situation will change, there'll be a move for the better, or for somebody. Something's going to change for the better for somebody, or for... It's next to her, so I feel like something changes for the better for her. Is she going to get whacked? I just asked the card straight up. Is she going to get whacked? Because I know there's a threat here. But for some reason, I don't feel it's successfully carried out, at least not in this time period. I see the order, I see the threat, I see it coming, but I don't know if it's successfully carried out. It could be, as this could be an ending, but I didn't get the death card near these cards. Although the death card is over here. But I think it's in relation to something else. I can't say for sure. I feel there's definitely a threat, and I've given you some details about it. I feel like she's going to give up some names in order to leverage her situation. She wants immunity, though. She wants protection, security, protection. She wants relocation. She wants a new identity, probably. She's going to have to give up the whole story for that. Now, and we know that these powerful men or leaders or whatever, you know, maybe as a group or a community they've already arranged something. I don't know. Someone's arranged something. I don't know who it is. Someone's arranged something. It's already arranged. King of Pentacles here is the final card. There's a lot of unrest about it. And there's a lot to do with, you know, trying to keep her secure. Right? But there's a lot of unrest about it. And to keep these men secure. These raunchy men secure. Okay, the King of Pentacles. I want to dig into this part. So let's zoom in if we can. King of Pentacles. It could be an earth sign energy or a male energy. This is someone who helps you, supports you, gives you advice, counsel, tangible, real support. This could be Bill Barr. This could be Barr's father. This could be Trump. This could be some wealthy man or wealthy businessmen in plural, a royal person or a royalty persons. Some or all of them, okay? I read in layers. It can represent all of them. But this is someone whose true nature, although perceived as upright and honorable, is actually totally selfish and deplorable, corrupt and dirty. This is someone who buys sex, who sees prostitutes, someone who has caused torment. Someone who has caused torment and tragedy, maybe even death. This is the death card to others, specifically to children. Right? And there's someone here who is acting as a pimp, practices sex slavery and trafficking involved. So maybe that's even Jeffrey Epstein's energy. What I'm getting is, what I'm really picking up is the energy of powerful men like a Harvey Weinstein. Someone with a lot of money, a lot of power, a lot of influence, and who's a big pervert. And who feels like they can take anything and everything, nothing and no one is out of their reach. The Chariot. Alright. They use their power to get what they want, and they've arranged everything. It's all arranged. So that's why I was saying it may be more than one person. They've already got it arranged. What they're going to do. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, I go through these fits of despair when I realize the world is never going to be fair. Okay, let me just pull myself out of that pit for a minute. So what's going on here? I've got 3 men. And there's a threat of discovery, right? Threat of discovery of some torment or tragedy or death. And that's what this protector card is trying to arrange to protect from that coming out, to protect from the discovery of that, right? This protector card is someone who is faithful to whom they're protecting, faithful to their king, faithful to their master or leader, whatever. Is someone on whom you can rely, and who may even be a lawyer or have, like, some sort of advocacy type skills. So I think this is Barr doing what he can to protect not only his father, but Trump as well, and as well as these other men. This ring. I feel like this club or this society, which goes way back. I feel ancient, very old, goes way back. Now I'm specifically picking up someone who is using their power to get what they want, and they've arranged for everything or for something to be carried out on behalf of this person. They want to protect their reputation and the honor of this energy, right? And it says that, I don't know who it's talking about, but it says that this person is crude and ugly looking on the inside and on the outside. This person is into school-aged girls and boys, even transvestites or chicks with dicks. There's bisexuality and sexual ambiguity present in these cards. A lot of kink and fetishes and dirtiness and corruption and all kinds of sick that you can think of. And what I'm picking up is how she gets threatened if she's under 24-hour watch. If she's under a 24-hour watch, how is she going to get threatened? I'm picking up that it could happen through a doctor's visit or health checkup. It may be that a corrupt doctor or nurse or someone delivers the message. So there's a man here who's very afraid of the truth coming out and being exposed. And there's money trails also that lead to someone's wicked dealings, transactions, and purchases. And there's someone here who's trying to protect and get the situation under control. So it's really not telling me the outcome. The outcome is that her story ends. Her identity as Ghislane Maxwell either ends as a human being alive here on Earth, or as an identity, and she may become some new identity, assume some new identity. I do feel she's going to talk. I definitely feel she will be threatened. Well, I guess we'll know if they are successful in carrying it out and ending her story. There's definitely could go either way. I would say, if I had to make a prediction, I don't feel like in this unfair world that these people are going to be brought to justice. I just don't feel like, that's just my how I would deduce it, how I would add it up, and I would make that prediction based on the energies that I've seen in these cards. Right? So get your will ready, Ghislane. Get all your property and stuff together. But I do feel like she tries to make arrangements to save herself, because she doesn't want to die. She's a narcissist. Remember I told you she's a narcissist. She doesn't want to die, and she loves her pleasure. So, alright guys, if you enjoyed the reading, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to my channel. Please leave your comments. And make sure to hit the like button, because it helps to, bring up the algorithm that will hopefully promote this video. And I'd like to invite you to join me on Patreon and support this channel by doing so and keep it alive. You can also donate. There's a donate button on the homepage. I appreciate all of you, and I bless you all. And remember to vote, and just believe, just see it in your mind's eye. See a new president, see a new and better administration, see this country righting itself and getting balance again. Just see it and feel it, and visualize it every day, and let's just make it happen. And make sure to vote no matter what. No matter what, we have to risk it. Just like people got out, my people showed you guys, when it matters, you got to get out, and you got to risk your life sometimes. You got to do what you got to do for what's important, and it's important that we save our country. So make sure you vote, and even if they did try to deter you with long lines or people standing around with guns, don't let them make you back down. Don't let them take away your vote, and let's get rid of this president and get our country back into balance. All right, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later. Bye. Blessings.